Hello everyone, this is Kathleen. This is kind of a silly video and it's going to be really fast, but I just decided to turn on the camera. I am finishing up this Shabby Farmhouse journal. I haven't done the front of the cover yet because sadly I have to redo the cover because look, this is totally stuffed. It's totally stuffed. It's a horrible gator mouth. I mean, I know that many of you like gator mouths, and I love stuffed. Don't get me wrong. I love stuffed. I have stuffed journals myself, but what I don't like is this thing over here and this little bit over here. That's the look that I don't like. I would rather have it stuffed in the middle and formed around it, squished around it. So if I have a hard, and I accomplish that with a soft cover book, because then it molds around all of the yummy stuff inside. But if I have a hardcover book, which this needed to be a hardcover book for the challenge, then I don't like this kind of a V sort of a thing. So I'm going to, I have already done a new cover. I have new panels, and I did a little bit of like collage here on the back cover, and I will now just make another spine that will be wide enough now to accommodate this. Julie had wanted us to make the cover first and bind the pages in first before we did the decorating, but there's just so much. There's always such a lot of fun with Julie's challenges, lots and lots of elements and tags and materials that are thick and bulky, and so I just, in order for me to feel good about selling this journal, I need to make it I need to feel good about it. So I'm going to replace the cover. So I'm still going to do that. But the last thing, so I have everything done. Everything is posted in its little spot on the challenge. And I have used all of the materials that I was supposed to use, except for ugly or unusual. That's the last item that I have to make for this journal. And so what I'm going to do, I decided to do this, and then I just decided to turn the camera on so you could see what I was doing, making an ugly element. So I have used this junk mail ad from the grocery store. So I have cut it down. I'm going to just make a tag. And so I have used my trusty sandpaper to remove most of the print. So it's now ready for journaling, but now what I need to do is just decorate it a little. So the elements that are not assigned don't have to be decorated with the 4 things. So thankfully I just have to make it flat at this point. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be the back. So I'm just going to distress the edges just a little because this is a vintage farmhouse kind of journal, and since it's shabby I can leave the white. That doesn't have to be, you know, part of the task here, but I am going to do just a little bit of stenciling down the middle here. Going to make that kind of there in the middle, and then I want to kind of smush some green because I'm going to use just, this is also from the trash. It was from the food ad, Albertsons Market. This is a little bit of tissue wrapping paper from a roll, and then I have cut this little flat flower image out of a piece of scrapbook paper, scrap. And I have a little bit of this green washi tape, and so that's going to be what I do. But if I now were to turn this over and smush it the way I want to, it would really smear that that. So sometimes what I do is I smush this is, in case you're interested, Rustic Wilderness, kind of a dark green. I'm going to smash it onto just a piece of this trashy packaging acrylic, and then I'm going to spray it. And then now I'm just going to turn it over and kind of just dab on it like that. And then that way it ends up being, it doesn't really move what's underneath it. Just spread that, try to make it run if I can. Okay, all right, now let me just get that dry. This is going to blow everything off the table. I don't know, this may still be a little bit ugly by the time I get it done. I hope not, though. I hope not. That's going to look like some paint. And now I'm going to make another layer of the stencil on top. Yeah, to give it some depth. Just make some layers. And I'm going to grab, here's my black, here's black, and here's a script stamp. I'll just put some texture on here. And maybe we'll do just a little bit down there. Okay, good. Now I want to glue this scrap down. Here at the top. And put the market down. I'm hoping that market is kind of like a farmhouse kind of a word. And then we'll put that just right there. I think I better glue that though with liquid glue. Oh, I was going to put a little piece of washi tape. Let me do that. Okay, now the little flower. Okay. All right. There is that quick tag. Ugly. It's an ugly element, but I think that looks good. I'm happy with that. And best of all, it's flat, so it's not going to add any bulk to the journal. Thank goodness. And that completes this Shabby Farmhouse. I just have to go do the cover now, and then I'll be ready for a flip through. Hey, thanks for being with me. We'll see you again.